What's up, guys? Movie buff. Talking about Zombieland number 2. We actually got to see this in iPic Theater, which is out in California and downtown LA. And this was on our vacation, so we kind of wanted to treat ourselves. You know, us being totally into the movie scene, we wanted to try the best that LA had to offer. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a breakdown on how that was. We have something kind of like this in Oklahoma called the Warren. It has the tilt back recliner seats, the heaters, you know, the little tables with the tray and the waiter and stuff. This was like that, but it was up a notch. Everything was better. The food was better. They had basically like Angus steak burger bites, fried chicken that was like actual fried chicken, not just little weak ass chicken strips. All the sauces were custom, so they had like a maple, like almost like kind of like chicken and waffles kind of sauce, and then they also had like a chipotle ranch for the burgers and stuff. Super awesome. We had some margaritas there and a shaker. I put some pictures up on my social media if you guys want to check that out. But the cool thing about this is that the seats were much bigger. They were much more comfortable. You got your own blanket and your own personal pillow, each person. The table had more of like a, you could basically it like kind of swiveled, so it was the two of you instead of your each individual table. The seats reclined farther back. The theater was like, it shot in like 4 different projections like at one time. So it was more of an immersive experience. It's called like Screen X or something like that technology. First time I had ever seen like anything like that. It was super cool. It made the movie very enjoyable. This movie was, I mean, as far as like review, this movie is pretty much more as the first. I mean, if you like the first one, you're going to enjoy this one. Same cast. We have some new faces. Rosario Dawson shows up. Couple of other ones. This scene right here where they have basically you see it in the previews where they have the kind of like the alternate personalities of the main characters, you know, Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg's characters. You have like basically another set of them out in the world that are doing the same thing, that have the, you know, this Jesse Eisenberg's twin, basically, or doppelganger. He has all these rules, but he calls them commandments instead of rules. So it's kind of like a funny parallel universe that they did. But basically, this is they're all looking to kind of settle down, and they all decide that the White House is the best place for them to kind of call home as a group. And you see that kind of play out in the beginning of the movie, how that goes. And, you know, they're all starting to, like, I guess, yearn for what normal humans yearn for, like just companionship, family, you know, a place to call their own, stuff like that. But it was very well done. As far as, like, the zombie effects, I thought were better than the first. There was also ratcheted up a little bit more, action, I guess you could say. The first one had action, but this one had a little bit more as far as like this scene right here where in the beginning opening shots of you got some slow motion scenes and stuff, which was always cool if it's done right. Ever since The Matrix, that shit is awesome if it's done right. Otherwise it can come off real cheesy. But pretty much they have a disbanding in a sense where the younger girl, she kind of wants to go off and do her own thing. She meets this boy. This is all in the preview, so it's not a spoiler. She meets this boy. They kind of go on the road together, and he's kind of like a hippie kind of guy. So they go to this colony to where there's basically no violence, no guns. It's like a safe haven. And in all the midst of all the time passed, there's been like a change of guard in the zombies, basically to where they're almost like superpowered zombies. Like zombies are mating, making bigger, badder zombies, or they're evolving in a sense where they're just tougher to kill. They don't go down as fast. They adapt. They're faster. Everything they call them They call them Terminator zombies, which, I mean, Arnold reference is always good. But, you know, T2 is like one of the all-time great sci-fi movies. But they're basically, you know, Terminator zombies. That's what they call them because they're so hard to kill. I mean, at the first time, you know, it's a headshot. And he's like, okay, you know, game over, you know, big deal. And they do this zombie kill of the week, just like they did in the first one. You see all these crazy zombie kills. Now they have zombie kill of the year, which Woody Harrelson's character is constantly trying to go for with all these crazy kills. And it doesn't kill him. And he just keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming. And kind of like back to the Terminator reference, he's just like crawling. And, you know, just like a Terminator would, except zombified. Finally, you know, like 50 bullets later, he's dead. And it's one of those deals where there's so many of these Terminators descending upon this peace colony, this hippie colony, this snowflake community, as we call it nowadays. And they have no guns to protect themselves. Well, you know, the group finds out basically, you know, what's going on and you know, goes to save them in a sense. So that's basically the plot of the movie. They have some detours on the way. Jesse Eisenberg character kind of meets a new girl, and they have this little thing, which you also see in the previews and stuff. But she's pretty funny. Definitely like spoofed on of like your typical, you know, sorority girl type character and stuff. But again, pretty funny. The story was decent. It's like I said, it's not going to win any Oscars or anything like that, but it was good and it was fun. The theater, like I said, was awesome, so that might have played into my enjoyment of the movie, but I don't really think so. Like I said, if you like the first one, you're going to like this one. It's just kind of more of the same. So go check it out. You know, zombies are always good. It's senseless, dumb fun. So until next time, guys, see you at the movies.